If you're looking for the perfect getaway for an evening of wine and superb cuisine, you can't do better than Passion in Chesapeake. We hope you enjoy this special video tour with owners Michael and Diane Gamore, and we invite you to spice up your life and try this great Chesapeake restaurant.
Passion the restaurant, from the minute you walk in the door, we want you to feel at home. We are like a family here. We have a close-knit staff, and when you walk in that door, we want everyone to have the most wonderful experience, from service to the dinner.
It was a brainstorming session, and everybody was just throwing names out on the floor, and finally Passion came up. And the reason being is that we were all so passionate about what we were doing.
If you love rack of lamb, our rack of lamb is to die for. When people compliment our restaurant, they first tell us the food was absolutely fabulous and the service was great.
Probably the biggest feedback that we get from our locals here is thanking us for bringing this venue, this restaurant to Chesapeake.
We would like to invite you to come to Passion and try out our fabulous restaurant. I'm sure once you try it, you'll just want to keep coming back.
One of our favorite Mexican restaurants in Hampton Roads is Mi Hogar, located on Battlefield Boulevard in Chesapeake, across from Chesapeake General in Mills Ridge Square. They have a great reputation for excellent food and service, and you'll always find friendly people there, and lots of fun for the whole family. What really makes Mi Hogar stand out is their menu. It's full of surprises, and they're always adding something new, like their new Huevos con Chorizo, 2 scrambled eggs mixed with savory chorizo sausage, rice, refried beans, and tortillas. Simple, but oh so delicious, any time of day. You'll find sizzling fajitas here, as well as delicious nachos, chimichangas, burritos, tacos, and much more, including their great lunch and dinner combinations. And don't forget to ask for tableside guacamole service to add some extra taste to your chips or your meal. Mi Hogar also features kids menus and lots of options for vegetarians. For steak lovers, there's lots of choices, like this beef steak a la Tampiqueña, a delicious T-bone steak grilled with onions, bell peppers, and tomatoes, and served with Spanish rice, fried beans, salad, and a tortilla. You'll also find a wide choice of domestic and Mexican beers and mixed drinks, including daiquiris, pina coladas, and margaritas. Mi Hogar has 2 locations, this one in Chesapeake and one near the Norfolk base on Granby Street in Riverview. Choose Mi Hogar for your next lunch or dinner out. You'll be glad you did.
name is Garrett Varner. I'm the executive chef at Passion Restaurant in Chesapeake, Virginia, located at 1036 Ballwood Parkway. I'm here to show you guys our specialty of the house. It's New Zealand seared, New Zealand rack of lamb with a fine pepper glaze, a little sauteed mushroom. Show you how we do that. We're going to season up both sides of the meat and sear it in a pan real quick. We get that into some hot oil. We're going to sear that for about 5 minutes on one side. We're going to finish it off in a 450-degree oven. Take about 8-9 minutes for medium rare. Slice up some mushroom. We'll add to a pan, along with our fine pepper glaze that we made ahead of time. Fire in the hole. That a little bit. We're going to add in our fine pepper glaze. Slightly. Saute up fresh asparagus. Go into a hot pan. This will take about 5 minutes. Add in some chicken stock for flavor. A little bit of butter melt over top of it. Butter. Butter makes everything better. Roll that in. That's good. About 1 more minute in the oven. Let it rest for 1 minute. All right, we're going to cut our lamb here right in the center, separating the bone. We're just doing this for presentation. We want it to be rare to medium rare. As you can see, perfect temperature. That with garlic mashed potatoes. Nice accompaniment to it. Sauce, the mushrooms and fine pepper glaze. Some bit over top. Finish that off with some fresh sauteed asparagus. And voila. Pan-seared rack lamb with a fine pepper glaze, sauteed asparagus, and garlic mashed potatoes.
My name is Ken Dodd. I'm the general manager at Riverstone Chop House in North Suffolk, located in the Harborview corridor. We're a local and independently owned restaurant, which means a lot to us. You know, it is what makes us special. We've been in business for almost 5 years. Hampton Roads Magazine has recognized this as one of the top 10 restaurants in Hampton Roads. Wine Spectator has given us the Award of Excellence for our wine cellar, which I'm very proud of. We pride ourselves on the quality of our service and the quality of our food. We do some special things with our steaks. We have a 28-day aged ribeye that we age right here in-house, and it does stand apart. We have a Colorado lamb chop, which is one of my personal favorites, served with red peppers and onions and a house-made demi-glace. We feature a Scottish salmon here, full of flavor. You'll see it in the bright orange color of the fish.
I am a seafood lover, so when we come out to restaurants, I look specifically for fish on the menu, crab cakes, things like that. And if there are any specials, I certainly love to try those. And Riverstone is great for having certain specials on the menu, certain fish that are seasonal. It's a local fish, and I've loved every fish dish that I've had here.
We have a dedicated chef team here, so we can certainly accommodate any special dietary needs. We have a raw bar here at the restaurant, which is definitely a unique feature. We serve oysters from the Eastern Shore, as well as Chesapeake Bay crab. Of course, we have an in-house sommelier. We also have banquet facilities upstairs with a dedicated kitchen. And those banquet facilities will host intimate parties from 6 people to grand affairs of 200 people.
My wife and I have been here for several functions, both work-related and private. We spent time in the bar for cocktail parties. We actually also had our rehearsal dinner upstairs in a private room. Service was impeccable. The food was amazing. The whole family really enjoyed it. It was a very special part of our wedding.
Our main dining room is a very warm and intimate space. It's a beautiful backdrop to a dining experience, and that's what we like to believe that we create here at the Chop House. We always recommend reservations. They're not always necessary, but we certainly recommend them only because it ensures you a place in our dining room. If you're looking for a fantastic dining experience, please come and visit us here at Riverstone Chop House, where it's not just a meal, it's an experience.
I'm Pete Evans, Executive Chef here at Riverstone Chop House, and today I thought I'd show you how to make our New England clam chowder. We make it to order here at Riverstone in the kettles, and they're steam-powered kettles. You can do it just as easily at home on your stove. What we do is we start off with some bacon, some good smoky bacon, a little bit of onion, fine diced onion, a little bit of diced fennel, and celery. Just a pinch of salt as well, salt and pepper. That's going to help dry out the moisture of the vegetables and soften them up a little bit. Just cover it up, and again, that helps the vegetables sweat a little bit. And let that go for probably, I'd say, 3-4 minutes. And when the vegetables are nice and soft, we'll add the wine, we'll add some fresh thyme, some potatoes, and some clams, which will open up in the broth. These are little neck clams from the Eastern Shore, just really nice and salty and briny, and a little bit of chew to them, but they're also very tender at the same time. A little bit of sweetness too. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes. The vegetables are getting nice and soft now, and what I'm going to do is add a couple sprigs of thyme. You can just throw the whole sprigs in there. That's fine. Potatoes. They've been already blanched, pre-cooked. We're just going to add them. It just cuts down on the thyme a little bit. White wine. We use Chardonnay, something that's not too sweet. Nice dry white wine. It brings a nice acidity and a little bit of sweetness as it reduces. Then our little neck clams. Just the whole clams. Again, when they open up, they're going to release their juices and just flavor the entire stew. That's going to be where all the flavor comes from. That and the bacon. Heavy cream. And we're going to cover it up again, let it come to a boil, and steam for, again, another 5 minutes or so. And when the clams are open, the stew is done. All right, it's been about 4 minutes, and as you can see, our clams are opened. They are beautiful. If by chance you have some clams that did not open, I would recommend you get rid of them because you never know. But these seem to have all opened up. As you can see, we made it in our steam kettles, but again, you can easily make it at home in a big pot, following the same technique. And there is the New England clam chowder. You could serve this with some oyster crackers or just a hunk of good bread.
Hi, I'm Terry Truitt, Manager and Wine Director at the Riverstone Chop House. There are no set rules when you're choosing a wine to accompany food, but there are certain wine selections that complement specific dishes better than others. But the most important rule, in my opinion, is to eat and drink what you like, trust your own palate, and enjoy. And that leads me right into one of my favorite pairings from our menu. We have our signature steak, the 28-day dry-aged bone-in ribeye. I love it with wine we serve by the glass right now, the 2006 Tenuta Prima Voce. The Prima Voce is a hearty, rich Tuscan red blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Sangiovese, and Syrah. That marbleization that you get from the ribeye is going to work in concert with that, the spice and the acidity that you're going to get from the wine. The next pairing that I really enjoy is our Colorado lamb chops. I love it with the Castle Rock Pinot Noir. It's from Carneros. The Pinot Noir is going to give you some bold cherry, allspice flavors. It's going to work really well and lend itself to the lean and earthy notes of the lamb. And lastly, and which probably is one of my favorites, is our grilled salmon dish. We serve it with a teriyaki glaze and a shrimp fried rice. I love it with the Roederer Estate Brut. This is an elegant California sparkler which will highlight that sweet and kind of spicy notes in the salmon dish, as well as the effervescence in the wine is going to marry itself with that oily texture that you get from salmon. But again, I say, eat and drink what you like, trust your own palate, and enjoy. Please come and join us at Riverstone Chop House. If you enjoy excellent food paired with delicious wine, my staff and myself are here to take care of you.
If you enjoy down-home Southern-style cooking in a comfortable atmosphere, then come to Roger Brown's Restaurant and Sports Bar in Old Town Portsmouth. From the moment you enter, the quality and warmth of Roger Brown's becomes apparent. We caught up with NFL legend and successful restaurant entrepreneur Roger Brown recently.
Hi, my name is Roger Brown, and I want to welcome you to Roger Brown's Restaurant and Sports Bar, an establishment in Portsmouth, Virginia that has fine food, great football games, and fantastic camaraderie. Some of the best guest customers this side of the planet. So don't waste time, get on down now to some really great food and great entertainment.
Roger Brown's menu features a wide array of delicious choices. And the customers, well, here's what they have to say.
I come here a lot. My favorite thing, I think, is it's probably the New York Strip, actually. They have very good steak. They have a lot of good Southern foods, too. So, like I said, jambalaya is very good. The chicken and waffles, they're very good as well. It's kind of unique. You don't see chicken and waffles very often, so that's pretty cool.
We come here every Sunday to partake in the best food that Portsmouth has to offer.
The food's good, it's nice and quiet, good place to talk, good place to have some company.
World's best French fries. Awesome crab cake.
Barbecue is very good, thank you. Just get straight calamari. This is actually very good. The firecracker calamari is very good. Also, the wings here are actually fabulous. They're oversized wings, and I like the spicy Thai wings here.
Stop by Roger Brown's and enjoy some award-winning down-home cooking today.
My name is Brett Miller. I'm the chef at Roger Brown's Restaurant and Sports Bar in Old Town Portsmouth. Tonight I'll be doing one of our famous appetizers, the Bourbon Street Shrimp. Cooked from raw, peeled into vein shrimp, sauteed in a little blackening spice, heavy cream, and toast points and rice. The number one thing that you want to start with when you're doing a Bourbon Street Shrimp, or any sauteed item for that matter, is about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan. And actually have that getting heated up right now. And so So once that's pretty much smoking, when I'll add my shrimp and we'll begin to cook. And because my pan is already hot and I don't really want my blackening spice to blacken essentially just on the bottom of the pan because it's just going to scorch, I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit. And shrimp really take, 30 seconds, a minute just to cook. As of right now, they're still cooking and there's no more heat applied to the pan right now. So pretty much at this phase right here, when you're pretty much 3/4 of the way cooked, you'll automatically go with your blackening spice, Cajun spice, whatever you'd like to use. Here we do about 2 tablespoons per order of bourbon shrimp. And my flame is off. Then what I'll do, I'll simply just reduce the heavy cream. Turn my heat back on. And just let that reduce. And as that heats up and gets hot, the shrimp will finish off cooking without being too tough and too chewy of a shrimp to enjoy as an appetizer. And you never want to reduce on the highest of temperatures. You always want to meet somewhere in the middle, just so you're sure that your sauce isn't breaking and everything's really just coming together in an even texture. They're about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes later. That's what you get in the pan. A nice creamy, rich, spicy shrimp. I would strongly suggest to try this with a Roger Brown's brown ale, as tall as you can get it. The beefiness, the heartiness, just the heavy factor of the beer just goes really well with the salty factor of the bourbon shrimp.
In the East Beach section of Ocean View, near Little Creek, there's a gourmet sandwich and wine shop called East Beach Sandwich Company that you just don't want to miss. Here you'll find gourmet sandwiches layered with mouth-watering homemade sauces and piled high with fresh deli meats, or crab cakes, or special treats like this crusty nut ballpark pretzel. East Beach Sandwich is a full-service deli and gourmet market featuring a wide choice of sandwiches for every taste. You'll find local art, monthly wine tastings and events, and lots of friendly people to share outdoor patio space with. And we're family friendly. We invite you to call ahead for bag lunches and to-go orders. Visit us online at eastbeachsandwichcompany.com. See you at East Beach Sandwich Company.
One of our favorite Mexican restaurants in Hampton Roads is Mi Hogar, located on Granby Street up in the Riverview area of Norfolk, close to the Navy base. They have a great reputation for excellent food and service, and you'll always find friendly people there, and lots of fun for the whole family. What really makes Mi Hogar stand out is their menu. It's full of surprises, and they're always adding something new, like their new Huevos con Chorizo, 2 scrambled eggs mixed with savory chorizo sausage, rice, refried beans, and tortillas. Simple, but oh so delicious any time of day. You'll find sizzling fajitas here, as well as delicious nachos, chimichangas, burritos, tacos, and much more, including their great lunch and dinner combinations. And don't forget to ask for tableside guacamole service to add some extra taste to your chips or your meal. Mi Hogar also features kids menus and lots of options for vegetarians. For steak lovers, there's lots of choices, like this beef steak a la Tampiqueña, a delicious T-bone steak grilled with onions, bell peppers, and tomatoes, and served with Spanish rice, fried beans, salad, and a tortilla. You'll also find a wide choice of domestic and Mexican beers and mixed drinks, including daiquiris, pina coladas, and margaritas. Mi Hogar has 2 locations, this one in Norfolk and a new one on Battlefield Boulevard in Chesapeake. The food is delicious. The service is great. Try them out. You'll be glad you did.
Located on Colonial Avenue in Norfolk's upscale Ghent section, the Norfolk Chop House is a true gem and the perfect place to enjoy a romantic evening in a picturesque setting. Patterned after the lushly decorated famous steak and chop houses of bygone days, the Norfolk Chop House blends the best of the past with all the modern conveniences of today. If you can picture yourself enjoying a certified New York strip steak topped with sautéed mushrooms and horseradish sauce accompanied with your favorite wine, then you've come to the right place. In addition to the finest steaks, chops, salads, and house creations, the Norfolk Chop House maintains an excellent wine selection and a large private banquet room upstairs for groups. The separate bar area stays busy and is a favorite for locals after work and on weekends. For a truly enjoyable evening, we highly recommend the Norfolk Chop House. Conveniently located in Norfolk's Ghent, Katana Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi has earned a reputation for excellence. It is every bit of the traditional Japanese steakhouse, with entertaining teppanyaki chefs to irresistible tuna and salmon sushi. A few of Katana's favorites are the hibachi New York steak and shrimp and the shrimp tempura. The attention to detail from the dipping sauces to the soups and salads is impeccable. You'll enjoy every minute of your meal at Katana Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi. The locals love this restaurant for family entertainment and delicious Japanese cuisine. But don't take our word for it. The owner of Katana says it best.
They say delicious, maybe come back. Yeah.
Every Wednesday night in Ghent, the neighborhood lights up with the action at Belmont House of Smoke, where hundreds of Hampton Roadians come to enjoy wing night and get ready to face the rest of the week. Belmont is known for award-winning barbecue, as well as their St. Louis ribs. You know, the kind that are hand-spiced, hickory-smoked for hours, and kind of fall off the bone when you pick them up. And their delicious, savory, succulent wings. Of course, they have a bunch of other special nights as well, like Tuesday, all-you-can-eat rib night, Thursday karaoke, Saturday live music, and Sunday brunch at 11 a.m. You can't miss Belmont, right near the corner of 21st Street and Colonial Avenue. See you there.
Mother on Granby Street in downtown Norfolk is a gem of a restaurant that serves up incredibly good breakfast until 4 p.m. Tasty New York deli-style lunch and delicious dinners and appetizers. Bagels and lox are just one of the rare treats in their 350-item deli-style menu. The interior is actually the backstage cafe of the legendary Norva Theater, which has hosted hundreds of rock, country, and folk performers for 6 decades. The walls are filled with memorabilia from their performances and lend an excellent backdrop to the Jewish Mother's state-of-the-art stage, which hosts top national talent every weekend. The Jewish Mother Norfolk has large dining areas upstairs and down for business meetings, parties, and get-togethers of all types, and they offer catering. Some favorites: the French toast, Rika's cheese blintzes, the matzo ball penicillin soup, the blue cheeseburger, corned beef sandwich on marbled rye. The hits just keep coming. If you weren't lucky enough to have a Jewish mother cooking for you as a kid, it's not too late. Try this restaurant in downtown Norfolk any time of the day and you'll love it.